Hi, my name's Jody and I'm Artistic Director and owner here at House of Brooks in Bexhill-on-Sea. So you're either on our YouTube channel or on our website, and on both you will maybe have seen that we have our ethos, which is live, love and make a difference, and that our mission is hairdressing as it should be. A key part of that for us is sustainability, and if you're on our website you may have already read our sustainability charter. But we are committed to sustainability, working to minimise our impact on the environment, introducing best practice for the benefit of our guests, our team, and both local and global communities. Consistently reviewing all elements of the business in order to provide the very best sustainable and environmentally sound products and services. We wish to inspire change in our guests, our team, and both the local and global communities. Therefore, we will never sacrifice on performance. A small change is better than no change. So I wanted to take you through some of the changes that we've made here in the way that we work. So the first thing is that all of our power comes from renewable sources. We use the energy supplier Good Energy, and they're a sustainable and ethically and environmentally sound company, meaning that both our gas and electric come from renewable sources. Cruelty-free. So we promise you that all of the products that we use in salon are cruelty-free, and as well that the ingredients that go in to make those products are cruelty-free as well. So it's the next step. We offer round about 90% of our products as vegan. So when you come in, if that's important to you, just let us know. We can make sure that we avoid any product here that isn't vegan. However, all of our shampoos and conditioners are suitable for vegans. We practice something called free-from hairdressing also. And when research comes up that tells us that an ingredient or a product is questionable, then we think it's important to remove that from the salon for the safety of our guests, for ultimately the safety of our team. So all of our products are sulfate, paraben, DEA, TEA and propylene glycol free, no formaldehyde, no ammonia, no PPD, and gluten free also. So that's free from hairdressing. We add to that list all the time, so no doubt there's other things that have gone on that since this video was filmed. Natural and organic. So we always try to use natural and organic products, but we won't sacrifice on performance, so we do use synthetics as well. But the companies that we work with are constantly looking for natural ingredients to replace this. While we're on the subject of natural, just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe. So it's safe when it's in the hands of a professional, and that's what makes products professional. It's us, the professionals, advising you and guiding you on the use of those products. I like to explain this like a bee sting's natural, and that can be quite horrific. It hurts even if you're not allergic, but if you are allergic, that can be life-threatening. So just remember that natural doesn't always mean safe. Organic. Well, again, organic, we try as much as possible to use organic, but in the United Kingdom, only 32% of a product's ingredient has to be organic to carry that on the label. So we don't think it's really as important as some of the other principles of sustainability. For us, it's much more important that the product is made and produced in a sustainable way, particularly the ingredients. So take, for instance, palm oil. We use ingredients here, or products here, that include palm oil. Now, that can have some pretty horrific consequences for the planet, but we only work with manufacturers who can prove to us that the palm oil that they use in their products comes from sustainable sources, and they have certificates that guarantee this. So again, we will have looked into all of that, so you can sit back and relax and really understand that your hair doesn't have to cost the earth. So, like I said, synthetics. Well, we use synthetics because we don't want to sacrifice on performance. You know, a lot of the time we get asked about colour. Oh, is your colour natural? Well, it's impossible to have a permanent hair colour that is 100% natural, because to guarantee it's going to work and deliver the result that you want, the molecule that is the colour itself has to be synthetic and engineered. So even if the colour is organic and natural, it can't be 100%. So we think it's about honesty and making sure that you're informed in the choices that you're making. So we won't sacrifice on performance because we also know that if it doesn't do what you're expecting it to, then no one's going to change. And that's where we get a small change is better than no change. So we're always working to make the more and more small changes so that the actual impact that we have is less and less. And effectively, they all add up to one big change. But it's the small things that make a difference. So as a part of that, obviously we like to look at our supply chain. So we only work with ethical and sustainable suppliers. This means that we ask them to examine closely their supply chain to us. So we're ruthless about packaging, and that feeds into our zero to landfill, which I'll talk about in a moment. But fair trade is one of the things that usually impacts on the supply chain. And so we need to make sure that it is fair trade, that it has been ethically produced and that everybody has been paid and treated appropriately in the production of those products. But don't think that fair trade just affects the other side of the world. So fair trade is about right here, right now. So as a business, we ensure that all of our team get at least living wage and a pension and all of the other benefits, including holiday, etc. You see, fair trade starts at home. So as a business, we practice fair trade for our workforce too. So I mentioned zero to landfill, and that's our aim. We're not quite there yet, and it's really, really tough. But one of the things that we're about to introduce is our very own compost bin. And this is going to be fueled by our towels and gowns. So when you come here, you'll be given a disposable towel and gown. Seems a bit weird to talk about a disposable towel and gown when I'm talking about sustainability. But you see, the thing is that it's not always obvious what's the most sustainable practice. These towels and gowns are made from a byproduct of wool production. So it would have been thrown away anyway. So reuse and recycle. That's what we're doing. The other thing for you as a client is that this means that you know that your gown and your towel are completely hygienic and haven't been used before. We think that that's the very least you deserve. So these gowns and towels compost down in under 8 weeks. And in an attempt to get to zero to landfill, we're now introducing our own compost bin so that any of the food waste, the scraps from the tea and coffee and the coffee grains and stuff like that from our complimentary refreshments are all going to our compost bin and go on, I expect, to feed our plants and our living wool here. You see, silly, simple little changes make a massive difference. Who would have thought that a hairdressers would have a compost bin? But it's one of the things that we can do to lower our impact on the planet. Water. So we do quite a few things as well to conserve water. The first thing is that with the towels and gowns, because we're not washing them, we're not using lots of water and lots of unnecessary electricity. So again, that's reduced our impact on the planet. But the other thing that we do is that we fit specialist shower heads to our basins to reduce down our water flow, but to increase the pressure, which ultimately results in a better shampoo for you. In addition to this, we're really passionate about looking at how the water goes back. So we look at water quality. So another thing that we look into, and we're spending more time doing this at the moment, is when do those chemicals disperse in the water course? So we're really careful about the amount of chemical that goes down the sink. It can't be avoided with some colour services, but we're working with manufacturers to find out just what the impact of this is in the water course. But more importantly, there are other things that we can do right now. So all of our cleaning products that we use in salon are sustainable and ecologically sound. We know that there's no harsh chemicals that we use that go down the sink that then make our water less than better. And this is really, really important. One of the things that we do is, it's really simple, but backwashes. Obviously, no one likes that horrible hairy backwash. And I'm sure that we've all had the same problem at home. So in fact, what we actually do is put a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda in our backwash every night with just a little splash of white wine vinegar. It means that they stay fresh and hygienic and they don't get blocked up, and there's none of that yucky hair in the plug hole. So those are just a few of the things that we're currently doing to lower our impact on the environment. it's what we think is a really fundamental part of hairdressing, as it should be. So if you've not been to the salon before, I look forward to seeing you soon. And of course, when you're in, you can ask any of the members of the team about the things that we're currently doing to lower our impact. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.